Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. In our last episode we declared war on Portugal for this duchy here, which I am hoping will give us enough land to usurp the kingdom. We can do it without having all of the land in there because he's the same religion as us. And if we usurp the kingdom title, we should render a bunch of these guys independent and we'll be able to declare wars on them separately. So that will be nice. For now though, let's unpause and continue with our sieges. We've already taken out the greater part of his army, so he shouldn't really be able to present much of a threat to us at this point. The cook complained to me about my son's temper tantrums. Apparently he punched her son in the face again. So we will try to make him be patient, I think. We didn't. Kind of turning into a mediocre character, which I'm not too happy about. Let's see, next in line would be our quick son, who is maybe a bit better. I guess since he's second in line, we perhaps should have been educating him ourselves. But at this point I don't really want to annoy our vassal king slash prince there. So we'll just leave him be for the moment. Castile changing their crown laws. And we apparently are being sieged over here. It's raiders. I guess that was the message that I dismissed hastily there without actually reading it. I guess we have to chase raiders out of Constantinople. And speaking of our despot of Castile, he's really worried about this duke's sexual preferences. We'll just tell him to not worry about it. Mind his own business. Our Exarch of Illyricum is trying to usurp things, that's fine. He's allowed. Alright, so this army is going to arrive first. We have some decent leaders in charge, so that should be good enough. This duke is trying to fabricate a claim on something. I don't think I really care about that. I do kind of care that he doesn't like me at all and is leading two factions. He wants a fairly modest gift, so we'll give him that. And an honorary title. We'll see if that gets him to leave the factions he's in. That is the raiders taken care of. Okay, another siege there, we're up to 65%, and he's just raised what is probably a mercenary company there. So I think since we're not losing siege progress, we'll send this army to fight that. Could be worth a few percent war score. 8% in fact. Not bad. May as well fight this army as well while we're here. And then we'll just head back up here to continue sieging. And we had a county converted down here, which is good. We'll move our ecclesiarch. Oh, that fulfilled our ambition as well, okay. And we've gained the zealous trait. Oh, I'm okay with that. So we'll just take the same ambition again. My prisoner, the Prince of Lithuania, is complaining about his dark cell. Why do we have the Prince of Lithuania in prison? I thought we were friends with Lithuania. I guess we're not. Maybe it was his father. Or somebody else. Well, can we ransom you? Great, let's do it. Alright, a noble distinguished himself in battle. And we fully sieged this county, so we'll move on to here. Up to 93%. So maybe this siege down here will get us the last 7%. That would be nice. And it did. So, we've taken this duchy. Let's grant it to random new nobles. And I think we usurped the duchy title as well, so we'll just give it to one of these people at random. Okay, and do we now have the ability to usurp this? No, because he's at war. Okay. Who else is he at war with? Oh, he's trying to take some of the land down here. Well, it's kind of unfortunate because it would be easier for us to take if the Naphisides did not control it. But I don't think there's really anything we can do about it. Unless we were to just declare war on the Naphisides, which we can't do right now since we have a truce. Nobody else is willing to join our plot there. It's actually this emir that has declared the war, not the Sultan himself. Message about arranged marriage from one of the Khans in the Mongol Empire. Wants to marry some relative of his to my sister. Okay. My beloved sister is concerned that she's still not married. You are actually married. Didn't you notice? She must have slept through the ceremony. A local peasant happened to have one of the biggest cocks ever seen in these parts. Out of respect, he has presented it to you as a gift. Thus today, you and some of your courtiers are enjoying this big, delicious, meaty cock. So, various people have had the best meal in ages, gaining extra diplomacy. I have no comment on that one. So I guess we'll just hope that Portugal manages to actually win this war. Though it seems unlikely since we just killed their whole army. A group of craftsmen has come to your court and shown off their work. They present you with fine goods, of which you are sure there would be a demand for in the realm. Noticing your interest, the craftsmen ask for some capital to start up a workshop, saying they lack the funds to do it on their own. Yeah, we'll invest 50 gold in that. Sounds good to me. And we gained a tithe. I guess while we're at peace and not doing anything else, you may as well organize a feast. My son was bitten by a snake this morning. The brave little fool keeps seeking out danger, so he's going to be brave and gain 1 martial. Sounds good. He's already strong, of course, and is a pretty skilled fighter, though that actually doesn't increase his martial trait. But he should turn into a decent military character anyway. I've given the orders for a great feast to be hosted in Constantinople. Let the preparations begin. And all my vassals will be there. My brother is concerned that he's still not married. Okay. Let's see. The Duchessa of Lorraine and Savoy. Is this a vassal? Yeah, it's a vassal of our vassal. Everyone else is count level characters or below. Princess of Lithuania, though. Or Princess of Sweden. I think we'll marry him to a Princess of Lithuania. This does result in an alliance with Lithuania. I'll be happy to help them out again if they need it. She apparently does not have any claims or anything, though. I guess she would inherit a claim if her father, the Grand Duke, was to die. He's currently imprisoned by the King of Poland, so he might die. When I opened the door, I saw no one, but as I stepped aside to close it, a group of acrobats cartwheeled, somersaulted, and tumbled in. They performed all sorts of tricks, and everyone watching exploded into applause when they finished. Yeah, we'll hire them for the feast. Musicians, yeah, we'll hire them too. No feast is complete without boar meat, so we'll send out the marshal to hunt the boar. And we'll spend just enough to satisfy everyone's hunger. And invite everyone to the feast. The guests have arrived. Let's just take another quick look at our plot. Nope, nobody else that wants to get involved here. Okay. Everyone drank and were happy except this guy who refused more wine. This guy praised the food. And you refused more wine. How rude of you. Refused more wine. All of these people are refusing more wine. The nerve. They could at least accept the wine and then pour it into a pot plant when I'm not looking. I made sure the most beautiful lady would be my dinner partner, and during the feast I kept refilling both our wine glasses. My charm and my winning smile made it impossible for her to stay unresponsive. It didn't take long until she looked at me with more than interest in her eyes. So, we could show her to our bedchamber. Oh, apparently we have our choice of ladies to show our bedchamber to. Either the Duchessa here, wife of our vassal, or our vassal Despoina of Aragon. I don't think that's really the kind of thing we would do, though. We aren't lustful, and we are zealous. And we're pretty fond of our wife. So we'll just leave it at flirting for now. The musicians played and my guests danced. Apparently we're dancing with the tour marquis here. Okay. I started talking with one of my guests at the feast and found them most interesting. Hours flew by. Wine bottles were emptied. Other guests excused themselves and went to bed, but we kept talking until the wee hours. We were going to be friends with our ecclesiarch here. Sounds good. And this guy refused more wine. How dare he? And you are complaining about the food, which is especially rude. Okay, the acrobats performed. And our Exarchessa of East, which is Syria, I think. Her plate was still almost full when the acrobats had finished their performance, and she applauded almost frantically with a bliss look in her eyes. Okay. That's good. And everyone's opinion is improved by 10. I've noticed Aldona's affection, this is our wife, for one of the courtiers, and heard her praise his piety, so it did not surprise me when she approached me and tried to convince me to appoint him as ecclesiarch. Trouble is, Neophytos, our current ecclesiarch, and our friend, let's not forget. Oh, apparently not. Anyway, trouble is, he's well respected, and many would disapprove if I were to fulfill her wish. No, we'll have him keep his job. Alright, we've stolen some technology from the Aztecs. Let's see, still have our truces with Leon until only December of this year, so we'll be able to go to war with them at that point at least, and then it's May next year when our truce with the Sultan ends. So it's probably not even worth our time to continue plotting against him at this point. We may as well leave it running till, I suppose, towards the end of the year at least. So our factions are gone, that's good. I think it's probably getting to the point where we can afford to annoy all of our vassals somewhat, and we actually did pick up an extra point of domain size. So I think I'll go ahead and revoke this. Oh, I was going to revoke it, but apparently the Duke of Carinthia now holds it personally, so I guess the previous count has died. Let's see. We can revoke it from him, but it will annoy him by minus 80. Which wouldn't have been a big deal if he was a single count who was going to become unlanded, but since he's our one of our more powerful vassals. That's probably not a good idea. No, I think he'd still have a pretty positive opinion. He is content. And he's pretty old, so he'll probably die soon. Especially considering his health. And otherwise it would just be... -20 with our other vassals. And he will actually agree to it, so yeah, let's do this. He's created another title for himself in compensation apparently, so that's fine. Alright, we now have our full and proper domain back, which is good. This army is entirely retinue, isn't it? Apparently not. Or else it was. We may never know. The Despot of Sardinia has unearthed authentic love letters proving that the Duke of the Aegean Sea is actually a bastard. Okay, his mother had a tarred love affair with somebody else. How should I use this shocking information? Well, he is not joining any factions against us, most likely, so we'll just keep it to ourselves. Okay, well, we are out of time for this episode, so we'll have to leave it here for now. Next time we should be able to go to war with Leon at least, maybe even the Nafacid Sultanate as well. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.